Good luck trying to ruin this game. I'm sure you'll manage.
Number 5. South Park Snow Day kicks off the list at number 5. Shaq Oatmeal, the Round 1 podcast. Sound off on number 5, South Park.
Your soliloquy that you just said about Star Wars Outlaws is kind of how I feel about this South Park game. I feel like I did enjoy the like JRPG style South Park games they made. Like, what was it, Stick of Truth and Fractured Butthole. Those were really good. But I feel like every other South Park game that kind of came out other than those games were really bad. Like, especially the snowball fight one. Like, if you go back and you play that on the N64, like now, it did not age well at all. And I feel like maybe they have a better streak in like the modern generation of gaming, but I have a bad feeling about that one. Like, I definitely love the JRPG like takes they had, but I'm not really looking forward to the new one personally.
You know, based on history, you are right, but we'll get to my thoughts. But WilldBand, we got South Park Snow Day at number 5. Go ahead, man.
All right, I had this at my number 4 spot. I enjoyed the last 2 games. Stick of Truth, like you get enough gear in that game, you're so overpowered.
Yeah.
Fractured Butthole, to a certain point in the game, I loved it. After that, not so much, but that's for personal reasons, whatever. This one looks interesting because unlike the previous 2 games, this is going to be in a 3D style, not the normal South Park 2D style. So that's already really interesting. This just looks like a lot of fun. It's going to be filled with the classic South Park tropes, jokes, and all that good stuff. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay. Mad Mike Jones, we got South Park at 5. Where'd you have it on your list, and what's your thoughts?
South Park, I didn't really have South Park in my list, but South Park, like, I think for the games like, you know, Stick of Truth and Fractured Butthole, both of those games are really good in their own right. And Snow Day definitely takes a different route, how like the game looks with 3D, and just like I wonder how they're gonna top this with the other 2 games that they put out previously. So I'm definitely looking forward to, like, you know, seeing, like, you know, the gameplay coming from a spectator point of view, because I definitely really love how the games are being turned out, and it's so really like entertaining, really like entertaining of like with the scenarios that they're gonna have or for Snow Day, and I'm definitely looking forward to it.
All right, Joe of FallenOne Gaming, my wonderful co-host all these years. We have South Park Snow Day at number 5, man. Where'd you have it on your list, and what are your thoughts?
I actually had this at my number 5, and you know, I'm pleasantly anticipating this. I mean, I love the other 2 titles, and based on the trailer, they kind of mentioned Stick of Truth, so it almost is like a spiritual successor in a way. And, you know, yes, they're changing up the game style. That's kind of a risk. But, you know, if they can do this right, and nobody really goes in worrying about the game mechanics, you want to see the references. That's what you're in it for. It's all like South Park lore and what jokes they're going to make and everything. And if it comes anywhere close to the jokes that were done in Stick of Truth, this will be amazing.
Yeah, so so Shaq's not wrong about what he said earlier. He's not wrong. Based on history, South Park games have been bad, with the exception of Stick of Truth and Fractured Butthole. Now, I didn't play Fractured Butthole. I played Stick of Truth. But I'm just going to say this. Because of the last two games, you know, Fractured Butthole and Stick of Truth. That's why I actually have faith that this game will be good, and that, you know, I think South Park I think South Park's hitting some stride right now. I mean, yes, it's a different style of gameplay. Maybe they learned, maybe they didn't, but I think it will be good based on recent South Park history. As far as my list, I had this at number 4.
金玉の亀あるそれの音サルボボいえ忍者がいます